Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is an amazing evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And I say it's an amazing evening in the city of Brownsville because I'm here. And
Yeah,
I'm not out of town like I will be this weekend. I am actually here. So it's got to be a great day and great evening in the city of Brownsville. And I did mute the sound on my other TV, so I'm doing good. Sam, how you doing, Sam?
Good.
Ah,
I'm doing good.
well, that,
I
I'm
was
glad.
just reading up on other stories of the stories of the children and all the updates they've been putting on the children and on the shooter and stuff.
It's
But other
crazy.
than that, yeah, it's quite crazy. And
You
then
know,
they're breaking everything, and then the Beto Rogue thing happened,
and
and
we're going to talk about the Rock thing, of course.
oh
But
god,
but
it's
that was
it's
really
so
bad.
trippy because one of the things that I think is kind of like on the it's a very unfortunate side, very sad happening in regards to what happened at Uvalde. We've been talking about it for the past 2 days, as the and it's I mean hearts go out to everyone involved, everyone from the family friends of the victims, and it, the family and friends of the shooter even. And I think that's one of the things I think that has been left out. Once an individual decides to do something this horrific, and especially when a lot of the family members have been caught off guard, was completely unexpected to individuals. You got to feel for those people. They have to carry the weight of the happenings in Uvalde with them, that they more than likely had nothing to do with. I was watching sometime back. I think it was the marathon bombers up in, I think it was is it Milwaukee, Chicago? I can't remember. Um, but the families, they were being bombarded by the news media, and going like, well, you've had to know something, and the family was like breaking down, like we had no clue. So I think there's victims everywhere you go, and you can't blame anyone in this type of situation, but the individual that decided to pick up that gun, that rifle, or whatever he had with him. Because like, even with that, there's a lot of confusion in regards to what's being said in the media. The only one you could blame
supposedly
is,
it was an AR-15,
well,
and he had two clips.
the only one you could blame is the individual who did the shooting. And of course anyone that knew about it, then they should be equally as guilty. But to all those individuals that didn't know what was going on, prayers to everyone. Says it's not an easy situation, and one of the things that I hoped, and again, I was searching my page on a constant. I was hoping that these things would be addressed by the district, and it's kind of weird because most of the time I think the district has become not only immune, but they try to look the other way anytime that we mention anything. So, we're going out there and we're saying, guys, say something. Everybody else is. And, to the point, Sam, we shouldn't even have to say anything. It should come automatically,
It should be
and
protocol.
then, eh?
It should be protocol.
Yeah, like, I mean, and it makes sense to all other districts like Los Fresnos, Harlingen, Port Isabel. It makes sense to everybody else. But for some reason, it doesn't make sense to BISD, who has the largest budget south of San Antonio, who has the highest paid PR guy south of San Antonio, and you get nothing. And then when you call them out, I sort of feel like they're going like, well, no le vamos a dar la razón, so we're not going to respond, you know? And then they come out with a bullcrap post about, you hear something, say something. Crime Stoppers. It's not enough. Address the matter. They even got the Brownsville Herald on there. I don't know if you saw this. They even got the Brownsville Herald to report 2 hours ago. Oh, in the wake of the mass shoot, the Brownsville Herald is now playing cover up for BISD.
Like, did BSC do anything when the comments were placed about the kids with the guns that they were gonna shoot
Uh,
in Lopez?
yeah, they did. They did send a extra police force out there. They did go and get the kids. They did respond in regards to it coming in directly. I want to think again. I don't think that was ever addressed, and and don't get me wrong. I think it wasn't addressed. This is my opinion. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. Don't pretend to be one most of the time, but it wasn't addressed because I think it was still an ongoing investigation because it happened here. So I think that was
Right.
one of the reasons why there was very little information given out by the district, and that I can understand. But this happened in a district a little bit south of San Antonio, in Uvalde.
Yeah.
We should have had a response immediately. But they go out and say, in the wake of mass shooting at an Uvalde elementary school that left 19 students and two teachers dead, authorities across Cameron County are beefing up patrols around schools. And they put up a picture of a BISD police officer unit in front of, I think that's veterans. And immediately people respond, no, they didn't. Because it's not true. And that's what's upsetting. I hate when our local media plays these political games. They play cover up for each other because that's what they get paid
Hmm.
to do. And that's what's very, very unfortunate. And I responded, yeah, that didn't actually happen. We have a superintendent and board that has yet to address the Uvalde massacre, yet have time to bunch 7,000 students at an event at the event center to get an award that had been given or should have been given on campus, all for a photo op. Triste. And they still haven't responded. I just want
Do you think the Herald is going to respond?
Sam Roman, I want an ounce of leadership. Just an ounce. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for major leadership. Give me a freaking ounce of leadership. Just a little bit of leadership.
Hmm.
We
Like
have
just
none.
something, just a simple statement or something, but out of their page, not out of reply from the Herald.
Sam Roman, I mean, other school districts have put up little memes of Texas and a little heart where Uvalde goes and said prayers. You know,
Hmm.
we've got nothing except the superintendent, big old smiles, photo ops, and doing gang signs with students. I'm not dogging.
Wait, gang signs?
Well, they're doing like some type of like four signs. They're not gang signs, and I don't want someone to say, "Oh, they weren't gang signs at Erasmo. We were there." They were doing like the four something, and he's out there like
What does the four mean? The four horsemen of the apocalypse, or
I
what?
have. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what the hell was going through the damn mind. But instead of addressing what really matters, should matter, and again, the mind of parents, and I've seen them throughout my comments today on the page, and
Yeah.
on the mind of parents everywhere. What are you doing to keep my child safe?
Well, there was something that Senator Cruz was saying at the Uvalde press conference or afterwards. He says he's proposed legislation where you only have one door entrance into the schools. I mean, that seems like a common sense thing to do. And apparently, the shooter, whoever he was, I refuse to say his name honestly. He went in through the back door. Like, why was the back door open? Why was that allowed? Why don't we just have one entrance? I think most of our schools in BISD already do that. I would assume there's only one entrance to the entire school, but I don't know because like at I guess at Porter, you get off from the side entrance to go to the outside campus. You go different ways. People are walking around. So I don't know how you could have that only one entrance when offices or classrooms are separated from each other. So
Yeah, I think that's more like an elementary school. They have like the magnetic entrance to where they have to buzz you in. I know
yeah,
Garza has it,
Well,
but as
again,
yeah,
far as high schools, you can just
yeah,
go
I
in through
think
anywhere.
Canales has the same thing. But again, I don't, and this is just my thing. I don't care what they're doing up at the state level. I want to know what my district is doing to keep my kids safe. Address the matter now, today.
yeah,
They should have yesterday. Come out and reassure people, guys,
yeah, Maggie.
we're on top of it.
Hey, I was at a kickball game right now and I had a dad come up and ask me, "What is the school district doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. They haven't said anything." And he's like, did they have cops around? And I'm like, no. And he said, well, Harlingen did. I said, yeah, so did SPI. So did I think Los Fresnos. And he's like, when are they gonna start bringing in cops? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
But you see the Brownsville Herald covering up for BISD by saying patrol cars are out there, extra patrol cars are out there. It's not true. And
Where?
They'll start
at
doing on.
veterans,
They're gonna start doing police
the
on
picture,
Monday.
the pictures at
I'm
veterans. It's not true, guys. It's not true. And this is what
uh,
pisses me off about our local leadership, Maggie. This is what pisses me off. Why lie to us?
Yeah.
Why tell us half truths?
Yes.
Why play with freaking words?
Mhm.
Do your damn job. And then when they do something, they want you to applaud them. You did your freaking job. That's what you did.
I haven't heard, and on top of that, I haven't heard one single person think that awards event ceremony had any kind of positivity to it at all. Like and what they do is not even anything anybody appreciates. You
No.
know what I mean? Nobody thinks it's a great idea. Hey, great idea. Event center, have the kids come over to receive awards that they've already received. Yeah, we had one of the teachers at work said her kid who hates being at school kept saying she'd rather be at school than being at the event center from 9 to 1.
Well,
if you're
So
gonna say something funny, warn me next time, because I
well,
was drinking something. I'm gonna spit all over the place.
sorry.
Maggie,
But she's like, I've never heard my kid say she'd rather be at school. But
what I,
anyway, you're right, Erasmo. And hey, I'm just throwing this out there: $30,000 a month. You'd expect a little bit more.
yeah, we get nothing from $30,000 a month. Nothing. And and again, even if the guy made $3,000 a month, which is what a lot of our people at the district, even if he made 3,000, I'd still expect something. It's
The
your
job,
it's your damn job.
yeah,
It's your job.
yeah.
At a time of crisis, what really trips me out also, and not just to dog on the district, the district's screwed, guys. I'm sorry, the district BISD is screwed, and I've said it before, and it's not that Asmo hates the district. The district is screwed, but I haven't seen anything from our mayor.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
Someone,
he wasn't in Uvalde with his friend Beto making a scene,
I,
being
well,
all, as the text review said,
something,
dramatic?
something from the city, something where we show some type of compassion, something. We get nothing, nothing. Oh, but we're quick to post about this girl, I think, that goes out there and spray paints on a freaking Pepto wall.
Yep.
Yet we get no sympathy, no compassion for a sister city that's only 3.5 hours from us, or 3 hours if you're driving as fast as I do. Cancel. Something, and we get nothing, man. And again, I want reassurances, guys. I want reassurances that everything is safe here, and I just don't feel that we're having it.
How are they going to add extra patrol cars? Is that what you said? Extra patrol cars? Or you're going to have more patrol cars when they're short staffed?
How? I mean, they have a picture of veterans. This actually didn't happen.
Is it a stock photo maybe that they're using?
It might be.
Probably.
This did not
Like
happen.
they haven't had funds in forever, and now suddenly they have funds to beef up the security.
This is a lie.
No.
This
Well,
is a
maybe
lie.
you can ask him.
We've already mentioned how Brownsville Police Department, they're understaffed. Where's the safety factor in this now? And again, Maggie, I know that I don't know. We talked about this, I think, on the morning show, or I can't remember yesterday, but Maggie, we don't live in the safest area in the United States.
No, I heard you talking about the number of cartel issues that we have
And we have,
Yeah.
to
and
begin with.
to
Yeah.
begin with. And
Yeah.
again, look at all the drugs that are coming through our city. Look at all the cartel members that have been arrested, the multiple cars that have been taken out of Cameron Parks. Look
How
at all
many
these.
campuses have we had Border Patrol chase someone onto campus? multiple
Like
times.
multiple
lockdowns.
times. Every other day, lockdown,
Multiple
lockdown,
times.
lockdown, lockdown.
Yes, and it's because they're chasing someone. People jump the fence as easily as anything else to get away from them. I mean, I stood at Longoria and watched someone get chased. Two guys get chased by Border Patrol. One of them ran into the church next to Longoria, and the other one ran down the street. And we're just standing there. We just happened to be walking the outside and catch this guy's running by. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. That's a common thing. That's not an unexpected thing. I've heard about veterans getting chasing people over there also. How many other schools do we have that are right on the levee, right on the border? So that's one thing. That's just illegal
It,
aliens running away or cartel people, the drug dealers running away from border patrol. That's just one. And then to
is
add on to all the other problems.
Well,
Maggie,
one
is it possible that they don't want to tell us what they're doing for public safety because they don't want to tell the criminals what they're doing to protect the kids? Like it's a big
no,
secret, part of their
no,
secret plan.
that
I'm just asking, just asking the question.
if we were,
I would
go, Maggie.
I would say setting up a cop car outside or having more cop cars or cops driving around, more visibility, that wouldn't be a big surprise. And we don't see
Mm.
that.
Well,
I
to a
don't.
certain point, I think it would deter a lot of individuals from thinking. Well, if they knew for a fact that we had more individuals out there that
Mhm.
were licensed to carry. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I want I want more staff that is well trained, well versed, to be able to carry a weapon to protect our kids. Because funding comes first. The kids. This is what really, really,
Mhm.
really hurt, and it really hurt because look, guys, I love the district. I'm frustrated with it to hell. I love the district. I love my students. I love my teachers and my staff. I know that sometimes they get pissed off because Erasmo's talking about dogging BISD. I love I love the district. I hate the leadership. I hate the leadership, and I hate the fact that their focus isn't on the children's education. It isn't on the children's safety. I don't care what the hell the superintendent says or the little letters that they put out. Their concern is not the safety of our students. It's not the safety of our teachers and staff. It's
No.
not their well-being. It's
No.
not to make sure that they earn a good livelihood.
Living wage.
It
Yeah.
isn't a living wage. It isn't their retirement. It isn't their health benefits. It's the money. It's all it is the money,
What was
and
that text that you showed this morning?
it's all about the money.
That was the first thing on the
All
list
about
of
the
importance.
Benjamins.
It was the first
Hmm.
thing on the list of importance before the kids making sure they don't miss out on school was
Because of the money.
because of the budget. Whoever
And
said that text didn't think that one through very well.
that's unfortunate because and I
Mhm.
and I feel for our principals. I feel for our principals who are made to jump through hoops
Mhm.
because of attendance, and then the
Mhm.
principals get to this point where they become so frustrated and so overwhelmed at times that they dog teachers and staff to also focus on attendance because it's all about the money. It's all
Mhm.
about the money. And I'm sorry, guys. Once any governmental agency anywhere, but especially in our area, is more concerned about the budget and their money than they are about the health, the safety, and the well-being of your children, it's really unfortunate. But
Mm.
it's
We've been talking about this since COVID. That was the main thing. That was my main thing. My poster standing outside BISD building was safety first.
it should always be about
Mm.
safety,
Yeah.
and for us as a community to provide a safe learning environment for our
Mhm.
kids, we have none. And I'm sorry, we have none, and that's unfortunate that we don't. Roman, blink if you've been kidnapped.
Blink twice.
You have saved gas money by having just the board drive to schools in one bus.
Why? Oh,
Leadership light. Leadership zero. I subbed for idea and they sent an email about the
okay.
incident at least. Let me tell you, a lot of the schools out there made mention of the
Are you
matter.
reading from the comments? Because I can't see them.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh yes, did you see that Harold post on the beefed up security with the BIZ police parked in front of? It's bullcrap. That's exactly the one I was showing, and that's exactly the one I entrance.
Okay, and then somebody said in one of your comments today, I want to say the guy's name was Alfonso, that of course BISD is going to offer counseling services. Everybody knows that. The kids know that the counselors are there. Okay, let me just say this, and I've said it before. We had, when we were at Longoria, we had a family that was in a really bad car accident. We had two of our kids pass away in the accident. I emailed the superintendent and requested counseling for the staff because it hit us hard. Minimally for the staff. I mean, we needed it for the kids, or I should have say minimally for the kids, but we needed it, requested it specifically, and I never got a response. So at what point would we start thinking that everybody knows that the counseling is available to us? When I specifically requested it and got nothing in return. No response. And I did speak with Miss Rubio, and she said, of course, yes, we'll do it. And then nothing. And this is before COVID. This is before mental health was as out there as it is now. I mean, that's when me specifically
So, quick
requesting it.
question. Sorry to interrupt. Quick question.
No, go
So,
ahead.
when teachers need to talk to somebody, they usually don't go with the counselor from the school, or they
I
usually
don't know.
go with somebody else. Because I
I
was
don't
talking
know.
about that about like COVID issues and other stress and kids having the stress from COVID and teachers as well, and everybody just pretty much stressed and teachers have been breaking down in tears and
Mm-hmm.
students as well. Um, and the counselors from over here from Los Presos were like, I guess, like everybody was going to their offices, you know. So I'm
Uh-huh.
not sure if that's who the teachers go to, or they had somebody else like a telemedicine type of deal that
Well,
they just talked to.
let me say this, if I may, real quick, and chime in regards. We have amazing counselors at BISD.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, and I know most of the counselors. We have great counselors at BISD. Let them do their job. And unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
everyone at BISD is so overwhelmed by,
Over, yeah.
by having to do crap work that they can't attend the job that they were actually hired to perform. You're
Mm-hmm.
talking about a district, guys. You're talking about a district that is cutting out assistant
Mm-hmm.
principals, deans, and other necessary individuals that are there to attend these needs, while they still have 7 to 9 individuals at the Glass Palace that are earning hundreds of millions of dollars.
I heard that there was a meeting and there was a dean who essentially kind of broke down and said, how are we supposed to do it? How am I supposed to do two people's jobs now by myself? And they told her, well, if you have to stay after school. And she's like, well, what if I need to go home to my family? How am I going to do this? And I heard that Dr. Trevino went and told her, you need to suck it up.
That sucks.
I mean, how can, and that was in front of
Because
other people
that's a lot of children and teachers. Like, there's no way they would have to stay there like 12 hours a day
late
or
at night.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. To have an administrator tell you,
Suck it up,
yep, get
Buttercup.
over
Suck it up,
yourself.
Buttercup. But you know what? At the end of the day, to all my teachers and staff out there and parents out there, remember those words. You're talking about the higher administration at BID saying, suck it up, Buttercup, deal
Mm-hmm.
with it. And that's unfortunate because while they're in their cozy offices, guys, while they're out there copy pasting COVID-19 response material from Houston ISD, you're supposed to suck it up, Buttercup, and
I was
stop.
thinking about that.
They-
How many people, administrators in the main office, have sat there and figured out that if someone
honestly,
broke in and was shooting them, how would they hide? Because I can assure you, teachers are always doing that. You're always thinking, I'm always thinking, okay, if I have a pre-K class in here, if I have 4-year-olds in here, if I have 24-year-olds, how am I going to get them into a corner? What's the best corner? If I have 25th graders, where am I going to get those kids into a corner? I'm always trying to analyze, how can I get to the door and lock it fast enough so that no one will get in here? We have 3 doors in the library. How am I going to lock all 3 so no one can come in while getting the kids quiet, while getting the kids in a corner? I mean, and it's a common thing. Teachers are always figuring out, where are you at? How, what's the safest way to get out of here? And I remember when we first started doing these drills, these we had trainings. I remember it was Miss Aguilar, a cop from BISD. She came and she gave us the trainings. And I came home and I told my husband, and my daughter was like, I think in second grade. She's in 10th now, so about 8 years ago. And I came home and I told my husband, just so you know, I've been told that if my kid is on campus, I don't worry about my kid. I take care of the kids I have to deal with, and I have to just trust that someone else is going to take care of my child on campus. And my husband said, you better go pick up our kid and make sure our kid's okay. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get fired. And my husband's like, you have my permission to get fired. I went and I told the principal the next day, just so you know, like these are the kind of things that we teachers have to think about. I
Well,
mean, you're a parent on campus with children, 30 children, 20 children, I mean, and you're trying to figure out, how do you save them? How do you save yourself? What's the best way?
well, Maggie, take into consideration, Maggie. I mean, one of the biggest issues that we have seen as of recent at the district is how many substitutes we actually have to hire because of the lack of teachers out there. Guys, I'm sorry, and again, our substitutes do an amazing job. Are they well trained in regards to what to do in a safety situation? The answer is absolutely no.
What did someone post today? One of the messages was the substitutes don't have doors they can't lock the door. That's another thing you have to worry about.
They,
Voting. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. We had on Tuesday voting, we had people in and out all day. And that was before we even had heard about the
the shooting.
shooting. My coworker was saying, we have all these people in and out, and we have kids coming in to use the bathroom. And she says, I keep running out and making sure that the child walks out by himself and doesn't come in contact with any. We don't know. We don't know that man. We don't know this woman.
They haven't been vetted. They haven't been
Mhm. And they're
nothing.
coming in and out of the street. And the librarians are having concerns about the fact that schools are still being used for voting, and those are open days. That's just an open door in and out day. So maybe they're still buzzing in and out, but come on, realistically, how often do you think the office staff has a chance to sit there and look at the person coming in and out and watching them and seeing where they go? You just have to go and unlock the door and let them in and move on. We're busy. We're short staffed. Again, most offices are short staffed,
Yeah, but they're not short staffed at the Glass Palace.
not at the upper echelons. No.
No, they they go to work. Okay, and you know what? It's the same thing, Maggie. It's and guys, if anyone out there is listening, listen to what I'm going to say right now. It's the same issue that we had during COVID-19, Maggie. The same issue when the superintendent goes out there at a board meeting and says, "I stay safe. You all
Mm-hmm.
should stay safe too." In regards
Mm-hmm.
to COVID-19, and we said back then, yeah, you're on the third floor of the gas palace in a corner office that's the size of half a football field, completely by yourself. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to be safe. Maggie, do you know how easy it is for a shooter to go up to the third floor and, place himself in front of the superintendent? You've got to go through a security guard. You've got to go through other security. You have to go up an elevator. You have to go in front of other individuals. It's going to take a while. And you know what's unfortunate? Our students don't have that security.
We don't have that luxury of having those multiple stops.
Multiple
Mm-hmm.
barriers, multiple levels of security.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, have y'all tried to call the superintendent?
Have you gotten a response from the superintendent?
Have you emailed the guy?
Has
You
he answered?
nada.
Mm-mm.
So of course he could sit on his little office out there and feel as safe as a bluebird in a bird sanctuary. It doesn't mean that our children are safe. Doesn't mean that our staff is safe. has not even been addressed. And that's what's unfortunate. Just
And
tell us.
how many of our campuses are open campuses? Just that. There's a big difference between the campuses that have a big building and you go into that big building and the bathrooms are in there and the all the grade level is in there and you go in and out into the hallway of the big building. Let's say for example Breeden. Once you get in,
You're in.
you're in. Yeah, wherever you walk, and you could lock the doors. A lot of those classrooms have bathrooms in there. Once you're in, and the bathrooms are nearby. Canales, Southmost, El Jardín, Garden Park, Palm Grove. What else?
Southmost.
Yeah, Southmost. Try count Martin, Egley, Perez. You gotta go in and out. Each child going to the bathroom. How many times do you think that door gets opened to go to the bathroom? Do you think if a teacher's gonna lock it, do you think it stays locked all day long, or it stays shut locked all day long? No, kids are in and out all day long.
And what Bam mentions, a lot of our staff, I'm sorry, a lot of our local veterans have stated, "Hey, we're here." You
Yeah,
know, and that's just so amazing because our veterans have always stepped up to the plate and have offered their services in so many ways. Have they been tapped?
mm-mm.
They haven't. And you know why they haven't been tapped, Bam? They haven't been tapped because we have no leadership. We want a captain on this ship, the captain on this ship to say, give it all you got, do something,
Yeah.
coordinate, organize something. We have zero.
And this school in Uvalde had, what was it, the four different things that they say are the top things you should be doing to make it a safe school? What was it, like the front gate should be locked, that you have to get buzzed in, and then the front office, you have to go through the front office, and then once you go into, what are some of the other things? Oh no, they've practiced, they've done the drills, they've there's a policy in place. There were four different things. I think I was listening to Fox News had this list. What's his name? Waters. He had good points. What was it
Waters,
called?
Waters World. Waters.
John Waters, Michael Waters,
Can't remember the guy's name. I know who you're
okay,
talking about.
James Waters. So he had prime time points, I think is what he called it, and he had suggestions on how to make some difference, do some changes. The top four things that a school district should have, Uvalde had it. They were doing it. That school was doing it.
It wasn't enough.
No, and that's the thing. That's a scary thing. That's a school that has that's a district that has their shit together.
Garden Park, yes, all the time, guys, all
Yes.
the time.
See,
They've
that's
got,
one of the schools I hadn't thought about. That, yes.
I mean, they are literally on the border wall.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but bro, but cartels kill other cartel members. People just happen to be in the way, and that's what's unfortunate. Because unfortunately for us, one of the things that I lived through when I went to Ecuador was the cartels, and one of the warnings that I got is you always have to be al alba because they're out there shooting other individuals that are eating in a restaurant, and they don't care they don't care who they shoot. They don't care, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of innocent individuals get caught in the crossfire. Look, guys, whoever out there in the city of Brownsville that wants to tell you that we are the safest place to live in the country, they're lying to you. They are lying to you. They are fudging the numbers. And again, my issue is just give it to us straight. Find real solutions. Bring people like our veterans, like Bam just mentioned. Bring a community together. And this is one of the things that irritates the crap out of me, Maggie, because they have caused this rift between the orange ticket holders and the blue ticket holders so much that they do not want to bring the community together to find real solutions to the issues that really affect us as a community. This is Brownsville, Texas. Damn it. Fix it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did Morales say?
About the veterans.
Oh,
Once wants what's to
What
stop a teacher from going postal? But
that's
you know what?
again.
Again, guys, you're talking about individuals that have been vetted. You're talking about individuals that have, been placed to the ringer. You have individuals that should be, to a certain sense, on an even keel. But you know what? I don't. And let me say, guys, I think when you're talking about the individuals that have been postal, that have gone postal most of the times, it's had to have been because of crappy leadership at the different positions that they've had. Think about it. If you're a teacher, you're getting well paid. I mean, you're being respected. You're being appreciated. Everything else there might be something else going on in your life, but it has nothing to do with your work area. I mean,
And
go
we're
show.
over. Yeah, we're sorry. We're 0 for 3 on that one. Not well paid, not respected, not appreciated
Yeah,
by the top part. When you're being told to suck it up.
suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah,
Um,
I don't think that any case, Vanessa, and I might be wrong. I have not heard of one single case in regards to any shooting or anything to this magnitude has ever come from someone from the inside, especially like a teacher or someone other.
that was another thing that they were talking about. Also, was that these are all teenagers. These are 18 to 20, 21 year olds. I think they were going down the list of all the other school shootings, and it's all young men. And one of the things they brought up too, you need to go back and listen to him because I really like the points that he had. One of the other things that
Jesse Waters, Jesse
huh?
Waters, Jesse Waters.
Thank you. One of the other things he brought up was the need for mental health support, and that goes also into go back to real quick. Sorry,
Back.
that goes yeah, go back one. That goes down to that. Let's say a teacher is going postal. If we have counseling, mental health support, you're less likely to have someone do that if you have someone that teachers feel like they can go and talk to. On my campus, and you asked earlier, who do teachers or Sam asked earlier, who do teachers go talk to? I have sat down and talked to our school counselor that we have now, Letty, and the other school counselor that we had before, Nati. But both of them were friends of. I mean, like I had already gotten to the point where I was friends with them. But I mean, teachers, we all talk to each other. But as far as having like actual counseling services, and that's something we need.
Well, look, one of the things that I've mentioned this before, I mentioned it this morning. I'm going to continue to mention it out there, guys. I have been to 6 of my students' funerals.
Mm-hmm.
Six, guys. I don't want to go through any more.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to 6 of my students' funerals. Guys, when are we going to actually start attacking that which is actually hurting not only our students themselves, but then probably, in regards to Maggie's comment, probably also wanting to hurt other individuals out there? Why can't we get to the root of the matter, and start dealing with that? But
Mm-hmm.
safety is the last thing mental health and safety is the last thing anyone actually even brings up. I shared this morning how they were trying to punish me and Laura by giving us what they thought were the crappiest committees on the board, and they gave Laura to punish her. To punish her, they gave her safety. Think about this, guys. You're talking about the individuals who yield and wield power throughout the city of Brownsville, like Sylvia Atkinson did. She controlled the TSC board with Alela Garza over there. She controlled the port of Brownsville with all those imbeciles out there. She controlled the city of Brownsville. She wanted to get her claws into Cameron County, guys. The One of the most powerful individuals in politics, in local politics, who, if she would have run, would have gotten reelected. She put safety at the bottom of the list.
What year was that? Because when you were talking about it and everything that Letty did, I was thinking that that's when I was talking about us getting that training. I was wondering if that was around the same time that we started getting all that training.
It was like 3 years ago when I think 3 years ago when I was still on the board, 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, no, it was
forget.
before that. I remember it was before that.
Nothing, guys. Nothing is important to them that doesn't put money into their pockets. That's why Sylvia Atkinson, Minerva Peña, Drew the Racist Brown, Prissy Roca Tipton, that's why they wanted their hands on the money aspects, the committees of the district, the budget, curriculum, and insurance. That is why. And I challenge anyone to go back and to look at those committees out there. And you're going to find all four of those pieces of crap, all four of them on there because they didn't give a rat's behind about safety. They didn't. Port of Brownsville doesn't. Texas Southmost College doesn't. And you know damn well that the city of Brownsville doesn't either because they have yet to give us an answer in regards to what happened to Kimberly. Nothing,
Mhm.
because it's not important to them. They don't care unless it's putting a damn dollar in their freaking pocket, like the post that came out where they said to send your kids to school because we're not making any money off of them staying at home.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a district, prove me wrong. The city of Brownsville,
Again, prove him
prove
wrong,
prove me
please.
wrong, please.
Just for
I'll,
shits and giggles.
I'll eat my damn words, bitches. I'll eat my damn words. Prove me wrong. Prove to me that you are not swayed and controlled by every freaking word that comes out of my mouth. Prove to me. But you can't because we say it here and you
Mhm.
do totally the opposite just to try to prove me wrong. And that's unfortunate because
So
we mentioned that you have not said a word about Uvalde and you haven't, just so that
what
you won't prove me wrong.
what makes me, well, I won't say mad, but well, I guess I'll say mad, is how often does the school board pat themselves on the back during school board meetings and talk about
Every meeting,
what a great
every meeting.
job they're doing, and oh, we did so good, and I mean, we do so well, and you did a good job, and I did a good job, and around that board, around that table, they sit there and applaud themselves and pat themselves on the back, and they're not listening to us. Another thing that Fox News was also saying is there's so much COVID money. Use some of that money for safety.
Something. And you
It
know what?
wasn't.
They could get
Was,
away with, Maggie. They could get away with using that money for safety. They could. But instead, and this is part of the problem with the city of Brownsville, guys. And look, they're out there trying to get bids for a 700-acre industrial park, guys. Doesn't it amaze people at how much money this city has? I mean, first of all,
to
they're
spend
out
that
there.
to buy that.
Yeah, first of all, they're out there wanting to spend money on an arena
Mhm.
twice, and then now a big old industrial park. They have so much money, except for the stuff that really matters. They got SpaceX money, street lights, arena,
Mhm.
yet they ignore that the most valuable and precious asset that Brownsville has is our children. And I said that first, Emily. That's what's unfortunate, Maggie.
Yeah, I know. And it's go back. No, never mind. Sorry, it doesn't matter if you go back or not. One of the things that I was thinking also is who, how has the school district not been efficient up to now? In the fact that how have we not educated kids up to now? we I mean, we're run by the kids. Not to say Mayor Trey Mendez, because he's a product of BISD and we're not thrilled with what he's doing, but cops and nurses and teachers and principals, we're all a lot of us are a product of here, of our own education. We do well enough, we're trying. It's the administration, it's the leadership citywide that's just appalling and disgusting to see.
You can't pay a normal teacher with a normal teacher duty. Now you're asking them to gun carry. Well, you know what, Mike? Let me say, there's a lot of individuals, and I know, trust me, I've been inside the district. There's a lot of individuals in our district that were veterans, that were former police officers, that have gun carrying licenses. Let them carry. Why not? Well, at least it's something. I mean, what other solution have you gotten from anybody else?
I don't know, but I don't care for the carrying guns on campus solution, other than a cop, other than having a cop on campus.
Well, we got ROTC in our high schools.
No, but I mean like a certified cop. carrying a
Harvey
gun.
was offering counseling for students. I appreciate that. Anyone watching show or listening, if your son and daughter and teen need help after a death, go to the Children's Bereavement Center. Uh,
Mhm.
Amazing center. I think it's okay in Harvard to have a service for youth and families to get through, guys. And if you're on that, oh shoot, I just put this like. If you're on the YouTube channel, like that damn page.
Yeah, Luis, I've heard multiple people talk about, a few counselors talk about the Children's Bereavement Center, what a wonderful place it is, and the services that they provide are really good. I'm glad you brought that up.
They are amazing, and they
Mhm.
are located in Harlingen, if I'm not mistaken. I have nothing bad to say about them. I like them. I don't know if they like me, but I like them. I don't care. Maggie, no disrespect at all. Just a question. If you as an employee need counseling, wouldn't your employer insurance cover costs if you need to seek a counselor for a local provider?
Yes, but it wasn't as when this happened, when this accident happened, was 4 years ago, and counseling didn't seem to be that readily available, that opened a discussion, if you know what I mean. Like, you always hear there'll be counselors available on campus to help, anyone who needs it. Anytime there's an accident, anytime there's a suicide on one of the students from campus, something like this, something when there's an like the shooting, they always say there'll be counselors available. And on that one, at that time, it wasn't like something that seemed readily available. It seemed, for me to do it on my own, it seemed like it was something that I needed to request, if that makes any sense. I think from 4 years ago, pre-COVID, to where we are now, everyone knows how to get counseling and knows how to find a therapist, or knows where to ask for one. 4 years ago, I don't remember it being that readily available.
More. The bereavement center is free of charge to families. Good. We need hall monitors. We don't even have teachers in the classrooms.
Yeah.
And y'all need to stop arguing the gun issue. Not Beto. Not nobody's going to come into the office and take your gun. So forget about that. For the simple reason, if they go around writing our amendments, then one door is changed them all 100%. And you know what? It was so despicable what Beto O'Rourke did today. It was despicable because I don't care what anyone says out there. The guy was just trying to build on political points.
I see your point on this one. I disagree, because I feel like he showed the frustration that a lot of other people show when you're listening to,
Man,
like, politicians.
you're talking about an area, a city, a convention center, where you have the parents of the children, where you've got family members of the children, and you're going to go out there and try to earn political points.
I didn't see him. I know you think of it as him earning political
Ma-
points. I know a lot of people do. I don't know that I
it wasn't
necessarily
the
do
right.
or don't.
Hey, he's got his own stage. Do not use the
No,
children's
I know. I
grave.
was surprised he was there, but
Do not use the children's grave. Do not dance on the children's grave in order
oh,
to
I don't
earn
see it
you
as that.
in order to earn yourself a couple of points.
I didn't see it as that.
What else was it? It was drama, Maggie.
Oh,
It's a drama.
no, and I didn't see it as that. I see it as
100%.
real
And there's some,
frustration and anger.
there's two people here on tonight, Maggie, and one of us has been in politics, and
Yes, and the
that's
other
me.
one
And
goes with feelings.
I've seen these people, play these games,
No, I know, and I
and it's
understand that.
frustrating. He
I
played a
understand that.
game.
But okay, you're seeing it from the political point of view. I'm seeing it from the non-political point of view, and the level of frustration that a lot of people feel.
But Maggie, but would you run up at a meeting with the governor in front of the parents and family members of the individual? You're frustrated? Would you go up there and do that? You wouldn't. None of us would. It's
I
not
don't know.
normal unless you had something to gain from it.
I
And
see
he
what
gained.
you're saying, but I still see it as also the
No,
other point of view.
because in the leftist world, they're all trying to find an excuse for what Beto did.
No,
They're trying to justify it in their minds by saying, well, he's playing, but that's what they do, Maggie. They play to your emotions. he was playing to his base, and his base was out there saying exactly the same thing. Well, take the guns away. You see, I was
See,
right. We should take people's guns away. And when I said I'm going to go after your guns, I'm going to go after your guns.
okay, now let me say that you're the one who brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up because we had been having a really nice, well, not nice, but we had been having ideas and coming up with different types of ways that we could possibly fix this, and nobody had brought up gun control. But since you bring up gun control,
Oh,
I'm just going to
Mike
say
did.
this one time,
You
huh?
can blame Mike. Mike did. You can blame Mike.
But since you bring this up, I'm going to say that what I see, my point of view, and by no means do I want people to have everybody give up their guns. I don't believe that everyone should give up their guns, by no means. But what I see is Republicans right away have a knee-jerk reaction of, here they come, they're going to take away our guns. That's the first thing they want to do. When no one's even gone up to and said anything about that yet, they start doing it.
Wait. Beto did that.
But they
Beto,
were already, weren't they already talking about, wasn't Greg?
Beto just did that today.
No,
That's
I know, I watched it.
Okay, wait a minute. In a moment when the leadership of a city, of a county, and of a state come together, because on that stage, Maggie, if you saw, there were Democrats, Republicans, there were everyone there.
Who were the Democrats on there? Who were the Democrats?
Someone in the city, their city commissioner out there must have been a Democrat.
Well, city,
They're
but
out
Ted
there.
Cruz,
They
was
were
right
out there on
behind
top
them.
of the stage. They were out there on top of a stage, and they were trying to comfort, to bring
Yes, I
solace,
understand that.
to bring animo, and
Yes.
Beto brings out the guns.
But no, I don't agree with you, because I think Greg Abbott has right away also been saying, wait, hold it, we're not going to go into gun control. You're not gonna convince me. I'm not gonna convince you.
I'm just trying to show how pathetic Beto O'Rourke was by going up there at a moment where we're trying to show unity. Pray for Uvalde, pray for the families, because that's what you're expecting, Maggie, your leadership to do. You just mentioned that you want our superintendent to be a little bit more compassionate about what happened at Uvalde, but then you're okay with playing political games. I mean, which one is it? Do we want?
I didn't see.
Because
at
the end of the
you
day,
said it was a political game. I don't see it as a
because
political
at the
game.
end of the day, the
No,
superintendent
I
should
see it.
have been addressing. The superintendent should
No.
have been addressing Uvalde, but he was doing photo ops at the event center in order to benefit him and the board members.
No,
And that's unfortunate.
No, I think he was doing the exact same thing Greg Abbott was doing there. What was Greg Abbott doing there?
That's what he was supposed to do.
Yes,
Greg
but
Abbott
Beto can do the same thing. He can show up and do the same thing. I am
No,
telling
he's
you
not
that I
anyone
see
in
it
the
from
state
a
of
point
Texas.
of view
Beto O'Rourke
that
is no one in
I'm not going to
leadership.
argue with you. I'm not going to sit here and yell.
But
I'm not going to try to yell above you.
No one, Maggie. You could have gone up. Beto could have gone up, and it would have been different because you're a citizen. Beto is playing a game, and it's unfortunate. It's sickening. I don't want politicians to play a game.
I agree with you in that I've never thought of politicians this way as bad as I see it ever since I started watching the show. So I agree with you. I'm just telling you again, I see it from the point of view of someone who's so frustrated, so fed up. How many times are we going to have number of children and teachers killed on campus, and we're all going to get together and pray about it and say something needs to be done, and then nothing gets done? When the kids in Florida in 2018 were fed up with it, I thought that was going to make a change. I thought those kids were going to be able to do something.
Beto O'Rourke is full of crap. Most of these gun shootings happened during Democratic administrations. What did they do? Absolutely nothing. Because you know what? At the end of the day, right, let's talk about guns. At the end of the day,
Abbott in charge of Texas. Greg Abbott isn't doing anything that Biden
what
wants
about
to do.
Columbine, Maggie? What about Sandy Hook, Maggie? What about the other cities where we've had shootings? It's not just been Texas.
But it hasn't just been when
where's the Democratic leadership in all of this crap? It's not.
But it hasn't just been when Democrats were in charge.
Let me say, because again, everyone goes like, well, the NRA is going to have a meeting this week. You know what? The NRA puts money in Democrats and it puts money in Republicans' pockets. So it's not an excuse. It's just the politicians that Always play the games. And you really think all those Democrats that receive money from the NRA and from the other lobbyists out there, you think they're going to change? They'll go out there and they'll play these little Beto games and they'll dance a jig in front of anyone in order to get extra vote. But at the end of the day, when the Democrats had all three houses of government, they did nothing like it's happening right now. They control the Senate.
And
They
when
con-
Trump
they
was
con-
in charge and he did his own
He did not
stuff
have control of the.
anyway,
He did not have control of the House. When
he
you're talking,
vetoed.
when
He
you have
could just
yeah,
override what was
But
being
Trump's not
done.
out there saying take away their guns. The Democrats are saying take away their guns. Well, the Democrats had
Not
control
always.
of the three houses, the Senate, Congress, and the presidential. Had all three, Maggie. They could have done something. They can do something. They've done nothing. You know why, Maggie? Because the same gun owner companies, all those guys, they put money in Democrats and they put money in Republicans. The only ones out there that are dancing the jig are the Democrats, but they're hypocrites because they still receive the lobbyist money. So we're all screwed. And look, ask me, and I'll tell you, I don't want all those guns out there. I don't want assault rifles all over the place. I don't, and I respect the Second Amendment, but I don't want to own an AR-15 or an AR-47 or whatever the hell they're called. I don't want my neighbor to own one either. But I want to keep my Second Amendment rights, and I'm tired of politicians playing these damn games.
But we don't want to take away your Second Amendment rights.
Beto O'Rourke said he's coming for our guns.
No,
He's
not
what?
all of them. No, and he hasn't. He has
He's-
said the
he's
assault
still-
rifles.
No,
He
he's
has
still,
said the
he
AK.
later went. This is a game, Maggie. He later went back and corrected it. It's the same thing with what happened with President Biden. President Biden's out there in Japan and says, we're going to attack China if they go into one. He said that, Maggie. He said that, and then the White House goes, well, in the spirit of things, it's just games. We all know that the United States is going to react if they go into Taiwan, but nobody wants to piss off China. President Biden can't make a complete sentence to save our lives. It's just games. They play the games, and then they have to go back and reword stuff. I sound like a right-wing radical nut.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many people are sitting here saying, Maggie, stand up to him. And I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you.
All school doors should be locked from the. Let's go to the comments because it's already an hour. My God, I can't believe it went by
Oh
so
my
fast.
gosh.
Sheesh. I'm not gonna get through all those damn comments. The school doors should be locked. Let's go quick. I voted in Victoria, and they have a
Go back
guard in
to the
front.
other one before.
All school doors should be locked in the classroom and the cafeteria. Bulletproof windows on glass room doors so teachers could see who's knocking. Maybe individuals should just open the windows and run out of jump out of the classrooms. Oh, that's right. We don't have El Bad Hombre. Mr. Constitutionist, you are full of crap, and I won't say the word. And you know what? I think I've already blocked you once. I'm going to block you again just because you're.
Are you
So
blocking
low.
El Bad Hombre?
He's a piece of crap. I voted Utria, and they have a guard. Good evening, guys. A terrible situation about that breaks my heart, mine too. That's where we come in. Preach, Bam. It's Super Nintendo, love it. Damn, Maggie, give us the blueprints.
For
Did
what?
someone say liability issues?
The blueprints for what?
I don't understand. Someone had started a private security company for schools to protect as a veterans. I agree completely. I think I speak for many of the vets, but we are willing to train the security who have, yes, many good ideas. How many more kids have to go before we do something about it? A lock is not going to do anything. A closed glass door won't offend our children. Preach, brother. We need mental health, but somebody mentally capable in the White House, 100%. The reason I say forget about guns is because I feel that how you feel threatened, they're trying to take them away, to feel the need to try and defend them and somehow figure out a way to implement them in that solution of a school massacre, like saying teachers should have guns. No, they shouldn't. We need to secure the schools. Unfortunately, a background check cannot look into a person's soul. So bad people will always get guns. We need to secure our schools, large fences, barbed wire. I know, and you probably wrote too much. Do y'all think the school shooter is going to enter through the front gate? Probably not. Maybe. As well, let's reach out to the governor. We need someone that's going to do something about it. I can. He's my buddy. He calls me every Saturday. Good evening. Good. Why are you saying no? Let's get the ball rolling. Preach, brother. Let's try to get the comments. Están poniendo otro atentado para Escuela Rivera para el 27 de mayo. I saw that. What the hell? I saw that, and actually, people are crazy. People are going to the gym. El atentado que leí es este, donde dice, not an alarm anyone, but at this point, I take threats seriously. A parent just sent me the snapshot informing me that they notified the administration, the police, but the response was, it's probably another school. They just left and nothing was going to be done about it. They wanted me to make sure that share it and look it. Could have, like, so if something happened, see what it is. Nah, BCS, because that's effed up, bro. Already. Repost if you show my parents. Oh, that Rivera High School. 52702. Let me
That's
send this.
Friday.
Yeah, let me send this to the superintendent. Uh, Superintendent, if you're watching, I'm sending you something right about now.
If you're watching.
Let me
Well,
send this.
Jason, can you let him know?
Yeah, Jason Moody. What's Rivera's principal?
I never know.
What's her? I know her name. Come on, what's Rivera principal's name?
I don't know.
Oh, crud. What's the police officer's name?
Oscar Garcia?
No, the other guy, the one that doesn't like me but always calls me.
Oscar
Can't-
Garcia?
I can't remember. Oh, I sent it to the superintendent. I'm sure he's they're seen it. Yes, ya lo reporté. They do a good job in that universe. Yeah, I don't get it, why every door in our school don't have a deadbolt block in the classroom, especially the subs that don't have keys. Crazy. And the property of Morrison Road, what happened to that? I don't know. Miss Maggie Roberts says, "Hi, Miss Maggie." But no one ever goes against the big guy. Okay, the governor. Parents are expecting outside exactly what Ben said. We completely disagree with you on that, friend. That's fine. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I agree with Erasmo. It was political, 100%. Beto didn't do that. He asked about change. Shouldn't have he waited until questions are being asked? Yes. But like Maggie says, it's a frustration the citizen. According to Abbott, he passed 17 laws, which just the other day showed they didn't work. No pasa nada. I just heard my door open. I hope it wasn't someone trying to come in and shoot me.
No, it's I got to think. It's Norma Jean Canales is the principal.
Oh, let me say Norma Jean Canales. Uh, Read the other comments, Maggie.
I wish I had been there. I would have screamed so loud because we are in the front lines. We are outraged. Preach, Tanya.
Love you, Tanya. Thoughts and prayers are not bulletproof. When governor attends the NRA conference in Houston, at least that place will not allow guns inside. I'm pretty sure that they will. And screw you for calling me a piece of crap. Bet you should not now go to the White House to yell at the current administration about carrying more than Ukraine by sending 40 million instead of using that to help our own people. Preach. Yes, they talked about that. Then book mental health. Erasmo, we can't touch their guns, can but they can control females and their reproductive rights. Makes no sense. Yeah, I'm still pro life. Texas governor will be guest speaker at NRA this weekend in Houston. So sorry, but prayers, as much as I believe in God, can't bring those babies back. Politics is always a sore subject. How to protect our children and churches, and where we go is the topic. Maybe children should do virtual from now on. Someone can't work. I don't like virtual learning much. I'm sorry. He was not pathetic. He was telling Abbott, "This is on you because you don't want to deal with guns." It's not the time or place. Timing is everything, and it was not the time or place. My point. The truth. No one has done nothing. It's all talk and no action. Yeah, but I mean, it's not the only place. Texas is not the only place that has shootings, guys. Give her a chance to talk.
Thank you, Belinda.
And already puts money in politicians' pockets. Who is going from our government in Texas? Our dear governor. What the hell happened to my drive support? I don't know. Tanya, Democrats just want more control. Democrats just want more money in their pocket. They cannot take away guns. Do not twist words. More control. That's all. No, not true. Beto O'Rourke says
That's
a lot.
true.
Do that's what you own a gun? Yes, I own two.
You do?
Yeah, I have a 40. You want me to show it to you? I have it right here.
No, thank you.
I can show it. It's a 45.
No.
I have a 38 at home. Uh, let's Maggie get her perspective across. You sound like a right wing radical.
Wait. Hang on. Let me take a screenshot of that because I need to remember that when you sound like a right wing radical. And the only way I'll remember it is if I see it again later on.
Right wing radical nut.
Thank you. Hang on.
You got it?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
I agree with Maggie. That's good. Finally, we find someone that agrees with Maggie. Hey, 40 billion of UK inflation, gas prices carrying my scan, and these dams are showing you, and you can't easily see it. It's self-instruct. It's crazy. We agree, disagree. We conclude our conversation and regroup and continue to unite because, yeah, look, Maggie and I fight almost once a week. Almost. Sometimes twice a week.
I'm not on long enough to fight with you.
I guess that private entities are going to gain most of our kids this new coming year if it puts in place. Always tell me the comments. It's great. Look at your messenger, please. Jacob, I can't. I really want to end this show before 10:30. I got some pasitas waiting for me at home. Giving people a forum to freely express, we don't always have to agree. 100%.
Yeah, but you have to let me talk.
Maggie, well, I tried.
No, you did not.
Maggie, I just wanted to go home.
No, whatever. How many times have I told you I'm tired?
Yeah, but you come up with lame excuses like kickball and stuff.
No, not kickball. My child is in kickball. If I was going to random kickball games, then you could call it kickball. But my child is in kickball.
Crazy stuff.
Whatever.
She should do real sports, not those fake sports.
Be quiet.
Guys,
Janet, thank you very much. Is that it? You got to the end of the...
Thank you, Lord. I thought we were going to do it. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance.
Wait, I want to know what Jacob sent you. What message did Jacob send you?
No, I'm trying to find it.
Quick.
I'm trying to find it.
Send it again, Jacob. Send it again. So it'll be
here
at
it
the top.
This is oh yeah. It's the same thing that I'm not going to post this on my page, guys. Thank you, Jacob. I love you, Jacob. I'm not going to post this on my page. It is a online threat to Rivera High School for the 27th, which is Friday. I don't know if people are trying to get a day off early. Whatever it is, I have sent it to the superintendent and I have sent it to the principal at Rivera. I've done my due diligence. I'm not going to post and try to scare people. You know, again, I've done what I need to do. I'm hoping that they take action and they do something about it. I have yet to hear from the superintendent. I have yet to hear from Norma Jean Canales. I will send it to Brownsville Police Department next, just to cover all my bases. I've reported it. I don't know. What else can I do, Maggie?
Hey, someone said that you didn't read all the comments. But I don't know what comments say. I'm looking through the comments that I can see. And
again, let me say, guys, sometimes when this show is shared somewhere else and you comment, it'll come out on the feed, but it won't come on the show, guys. I'm not, Maggie, we went through all the comments. You saw that.
Okay, so they sent me this one. My son can go buy an assault rifle being 18, but can't go into a bar and have a beer. Chingao, do not take guns away, just manage better. That was a comment they wanted, that they posted, but it didn't see it here.
Yeah, if you don't see your comment on there, send it to us via text message. And I mean, I'll read it. I don't care. Again, guys, let me tell you, as long as you're not disrespectful like El Bad Hombre just did by calling me a piece of crap, I don't care. Go out there and have your opinion on anything you want, but don't call me a piece of crap. When you use the S word, don't call me a piece of crap and think that I'm going to be happy with it unless you could prove I'm a piece of crap. And just because I've stated my opinion in regards to the Beto O'Rourke thing, still my opinion. And bitch, if you want to your own freaking show, make your own show out there, Bad Hombre, and you go out there and expose. But no, you're a freaking coward. You're a piece of crap because you come out here with a pseudonym and you try to give little tidbits of here and there and information, and that's okay. But Erasmo Castro puts his beautiful face, it's a beautiful face, and his name to what he says, and you want to call me a piece of crap? Screw you, bro.
Okay, but wait, hang on. The only thing I picked up from that, I heard a lot of mwah, 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 beautiful face, mwah, 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 mwah. Me. Oh, and I was right now. Someone texts me to say, "Get the bus,
¿Qué
Erasmo."
pasa, Maggie?
But so if we have proof that you're a piece of crap, then we can call you a piece of crap.
Well, yeah.
Okay, can I record you saying that so I'll remember that?
Yeah. If you can prove that I'm a piece of crap, go ahead, produce your evidence. And if you prove to me that I'm a piece of crap, yeah, I'll eat it. Not the
No,
crap.
but and we can call you that.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
I just wanted to know what the
But look,
parameters are.
it's the same thing. Again, it's like I tell the local politician, prove me wrong, and I'll eat my words. But don't come out here and go like, "Oh, you're fat." It's- you may think that I'm fat. I'm not. I'm handsome and totally not fat. It's an opinion. But don't
Wait,
come out here and call me a piece of crap, and then expect me to be happy with it. Screw you, and go start your own show, El Bad Hombre, or anybody else.
but El
Go,
Bad
go on
Hombre
your
had
pages and
good
call me anything you want.
information.
Huh?
But El Bad Hombre had good information.
You know what? At the end of the day, I could get that information from 20, 30 other different sources. It is what it is,
Okay.
but I'm not going to put up with any. And look, I've deleted people that started calling you crap and a half, just for calling you crap and a half.
Never.
Yes, I did. I actually deleted someone who was a friend of mine because I knew who they were because they were using a fake account. Guys, that's fine.
And they were
Don't
saying stuff
use a
about me.
Yeah, don't use a fake account to go out there and diminish anyone that actually comes out here to say anything that's positive. Screw you.
Hang on, you've defended my honor just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm a little bit shaken up. I don't know what to do.
Well, don't start crying, for God's sakes. Because then they'll say, "Did you see how Erasmo made Maggie cry?" And people go like, "Yeah, he's horrible. He's a piece of crap." Guys, have a great evening. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. We'll talk a little bit more politics tomorrow morning at 9, and we'll see what happens throughout the night. Guys, have a great evening. Be good to each other and continue to be good to me. God bless.